Welcome back. So I figured today would be a good day for me to start going through the hockey cards again. Now, the last time out, I got a Mario Lemieux rookie card, also a Al McInnes rookie card, and again, I will get them looked at. All right. So again, a friend of mine who I went to school with, I used to work with, found these cards and just messaged me and said, "Hey, do you want these cards?" I don't know what condition they're in. And yeah, I mean the condition. Some of them are in rough condition, but again, they're from the '80s, so I'm not going to complain. I'll go through some here. Andy Schliebner, because Canucks. Rob McClanahan, who joined the Canucks as well. There's a Mike Liut. So with St. Louis in that classic mask, right? All right, Gingras, Brian Trottier, Rogie Vachon. And it says he's a free agent as of November of '82. I'm trying to think, was that his last year then? All right, now this might be a rookie card. Steve Larmer. It's not a rookie card. That'd be second year. I'll put that one aside. Greg Fox, Tim Young. That's got to be drawn on. Yeah, it is. So in this picture, Tim Young is wearing Minnesota North Stars, but they've painted over it with the Winnipeg Jets. This is just awesome. I've always always liked that. I always thought that was great. It's a shame they stopped doing that. All right, I believe that's a rookie card, which is Rolly Melanson. I don't think it's worth very much, but I will put that one aside. Ken Morrow would not be. And then you got Gilles Perreault, which would not be a rookie card. I'd be amazed if there was a card from the '80s that was a Gilles Perreault rookie card. That means somebody making hockey cards hated him. There's another Steve Larmer. That's much later. Rich Sutter, Mike O'Connell. Oh, here we go. Mike Milbury. I mean, people are really going to be like, wow, he's got a Mike Milbury card. That's fantastic. Randy Ladouceur. Randy Carlisle. Okay, so a couple of Randys there after one another. Mike Foligno, Dave Farish, McKegney, Gord Kluzak, who I did a video on Gord Kluzak and his career. Yeah, that'll be second year. Brad Palmer. That one's painted on too. And it's North Stars again. So here's another player. He's wearing a nice North Stars jersey. You wouldn't know because they painted over Bruins. And I always thought it was weird too how they'd paint over the helmet. So the helmet's been turned black instead of green. So I was getting a kick out of that. Michel Dion. One thing with Dion is that mask. That mask is pretty famous. I see that mask a lot. His name's not always attached to the images I see of that mask. So Thomas Janssen, Paul Woods. That is a second year Tony Tanti. So not a rookie, but still I'll put that one aside too. Bob Sauvé. That may very well... Yeah, I think that's a Chris Nyland rookie card. He looks angry. Did they have him that year before? I'm trying to remember. Mike Milbury again. So I've got a double of Milbury. No, they're both mine. Brian Engblom wearing the Kings jersey that apparently they're going to be doing the reverse retro to. People understand the reverse part of retro, right? So I'm wearing Penguins here. I'm wearing my Mario Lemieux. It's a jersey foul because Stanley Cup 1992. Pretty sure they weren't wearing anything yellow by 1992. But a lot of the complaints about some of the reverse retros I see is well, why don't, like Penguins? Apparently it's a gold jersey with the Robo Penguin. Why don't they do the black one? Because then it's not reverse. The whole idea of reverse retro to me is, okay, it's going to be a throwback to a jersey and they're going to reverse the colors. So if it's a gold jersey and if it's got the black stripe around it, that's a reverse. If they just do the old jersey, they can do that as a third. And they may do it as a third. Oh, Ron Delorme, every Canuck fan's favorite. Don Lever. Is that painted? Nah, it's not painted. I don't think. Nah, there's a C on there. The Devils make him captain. All right. Tom Fergus, Lee Fogelin. There's Tony Tanti's rookie card. There we go. Yep, Tony Tanti's rookie card. That's a pretty good shape, too. Well, it's got a bent corner. Dave Maloney, Bent Wilson. All of my cards had bent corners when I was a kid because I played with them. I know, crazy, right? I actually played with my hockey cards. I was one of those strange kids. All right, so next stack. This one's not really Oh, this one's really beat up. Ken Linsman. Oh, that is so painted on. How did I not notice that back in the 80s? Just the paint job on that one is stunning. That's Oilers too that he was wearing. Borje Salming. Salming, of course, in the news lately. Hopefully he's doing all right. Larry Robinson. So again, really well-known players from the 80s. It's funny too because collecting hockey cards, I don't worry as much about the state of them. Like I've got some cards I've gotten recently that are from the late 70s, early 80s. I don't worry about what state they're in. Like I don't worry about whether or not they're gem mint or anything. To me, it's the memories, right, associated with the players. For instance, Dave Taylor from the Triple Crown line. I've seen a Charlie Simmer too in these. Bob Gould. There you go, Marcel Dion. And I have to say, if the Kings do that jersey in white, they never wore that jersey in white. It's going to look fantastic because they wore yellow in the 80s as well. Carlisle, Tanty, Doug Jarvis, Johnstone, Al Jensen, Dave Christian. That looks painted because it is. Dave Christian was wearing Jets. They painted the Capitals on there instead. Is that a rookie? No, that's second year. Larry Murphy when he was traded to Washington. So sometimes when the jersey's full like that, they wouldn't paint it. They would paint the ones where you could see like part of the jersey. They usually would not paint it if you could see the whole jersey. Oh, there's a better look at Michel Dion's mask. So again, you've seen like mask images online, like really cool NHL masks. You might have seen this one, and just the goaltender associated with it isn't as well known as the mask. Joey Mullen wearing that beautiful 80s Blues design. I say beautiful now, even though I do prefer their current jersey. Bob Carpenter, Gord Lane, Thomas Janssen, Jerry Korab. So Jerry Korab played a lot with the Sabres. Started out with the Blackhawks. The one Blackhawks was 2 words. Person, Greg Millen, Willie Huber, Andre St. Laurent. There's Middleton, Stoughton. Again, a lot of these, they're not going to be rookies. They're going to be in similar conditions. So I'm going to make sure I store these together. So Matt Snaslin, that'll be a rookie card there. So Matt's pretty sure, yeah, that'd be a rookie card for Matt Snaslin. So again, I'll put that one aside. Ben Wilson, Brian Propp, Lars Lindgren, Bob Crawford, Mike Rogers, Riggin, Langway, Lands, Lainanen, Steve Shutt, for Montreal fans out there, Erickson, Therrien, Daou, Charlie Simmer, when he got traded to Boston by LA. I was excited. It just didn't click as well in Boston, though, as it had in LA for him. All right, I'll go through more of this stack here then. See how far down this one goes. Terry Martin, and it says drafted to Edmonton. So that means likely the waivers, because it used to be the waiver draft. Oh, Mark Tardif. These ones are all kind of gummed up, so they've had elastic. They were tied up with elastic, so elastic after 35, 40 years. Yeah, there's going to be some damage. But when you paid free, then So yeah, the elastic is right across that McKegney, which there's already another McKegney in this stack, anyways. Let's see. Gordy Roberts is one of my favorites, and of course, North Stars before they added the black to their jerseys. Bozak, Brian Walter, Jim Fox. So from Kings broadcasts, Jim Fox there. Let's see. Jamie McCowan. Ray Neufeld. Mike Rogers again. Craig Ludwig. There's Kent Nelson. Now, one thing you'll notice with this one is it's not centered very well. Like it's cut way off center. That was pretty common with OPG. We didn't really care back in the 80s either. When I was a kid, we didn't really care, but oh, there's Doug Wickenheiser. Famous #1 draft pick. Rookie set scoring mark, record breaker. So this is Pat LaFontaine setting a rookie record, which means rookie card. Ish. I mean, it's not, officially his rookie card. Uh-oh. How did I not notice this was painted? How did I not notice? So Don Edwards, Leafs, that's totally painted on. That is not. He's wearing flames. So, wow. The young Thomas Steen for Jets fans everywhere. Christoph. Oh, Habs fans, everybody's favorite Mario Tremblay. That there. This one's in pretty good shape. This is a Mike Bossy right here. One of the best goal scorers ever. Mike Krushelnyski, Michel Goulet, Bob Nystrom, Rick Vaive. Rick Vaive, who carried the mantle of best goal scorer in Toronto. Carried it well, considering the team wasn't very good. There is, playing for the Hartford Whalers, Joel Quenneville, who was a good defensive defenseman. Flyers, Brad McCrimmon. Spring, Anders Hedberg. There's another Milbury. Man, anybody wants Milbury cards? Apparently I have a bunch. Greg Millen. So Greg Millen, who of course is on Hockey Night in Canada broadcast. I don't see a name on the back of that jersey, which I think is interesting because, yeah, everybody had names. You'll also notice the word Blues over the blue note. Very rare, it's not rarely. For a very short period of time, they had the word Blues over the blue note, and then I think they realized how redundant that was, and they got rid of it. It wasn't very long they had it. Oh, another Tony Tanny rookie card. Also, all the corners are, I mean, they're not crisp. The corners are not 100% crisp, but they're pretty good shape. Oh, everybody's favorite, Jim Benning, when he played for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And if you're like, same guy? Yes, same guy. Yuri Bubla. And I can say I've met this player, Mo LeMay. There's a Mo LeMay card. I could get that signed. Is that the rookie card? I think that's the rookie card. Dwayne Sutter, Dale McCourt. So there you go. There's the guy who's always bugging for the Dale McCourt video. Dale McCourt's in this video. I mentioned Dale McCourt in another video. Brian Propp. Team leaders. Oh, man. There you go. Hartford Whalers, and those are the Cooperalls. The famous Cooperalls. They were apparently really comfortable, really good for skating, and when you fell down, you could slide through the end of the rink, probably to the rink in the next town over. You just don't stop. That's why the NHL outlawed them. Decided they were a little too dangerous. Oh man, he's wearing Capitals, isn't he? Yep. So Dennis Maruk there is wearing Capitals, but they've painted it to make it look like North Stars. This one here, Steve Bozek's wearing Kings. They've painted it to make it look like Calgary. I love that. I just think that's great. I'd like to see that now. I mean, I know we have Photoshop. I know everybody Photoshops everything. So as soon as a guy as a free agent somewhere, immediately there's an NHL Photoshop of here he is in his New Jersey. I would like to see it hand painted. I'd like to see it. Just a throwback like that. Another Dennis Maruk. And, it's funny. I talk about my fandom of players and how it doesn't necessarily mean the most explosive scorers are my favorite players. For some reason, I really like Jerry Gillis. When Jerry Gillis got traded by the Canucks, I was disappointed, and then he came back. And I thought that was good. I was like, great. And I cannot tell you right now why. Steve Payne, Ron Duguay. The hair. You can't put a helmet on that. Yeah, he's not wearing a helmet because it's the 80s. You didn't have to wear a helmet. So there were players who did not wear helmets, including Steve Payne, who I did a video on. So there's that. I have not done a video on Ron Duguay. There needs to be a video on Ron Duguay, doesn't there? There absolutely does. Anton Stastny. Wolf Paymont. There's another Mario Tremblay. And then Philadelphia also had the Cooperalls. There's Gordie Howe's kid, Mark Howe, with the Cooperalls. And it just looked so weird to see them in long pants. Oh, hey. Hello. What shape is this one in? Does it have... No, it doesn't. All right. So there's a Wayne Gretzky right there. So, not too shabby. And then right behind that, your new Islanders coach, Lane Lambert. So, see where Gretzky is? Lane Lambert's right there. There you go. That's got to be a good luck charm, right? Right, now the baseball ones, I'm not thinking people are going to be as sold on the baseball ones. I remember these guys, though, like Lance Parrish. Parrish, I should say, Steve Howe. Lou Pinella's in here, Pete Rose. Buddy Bell. The problem is, these are O-Pee-Chee. And O-Pee-Chees from the 80s in general. I remember the last time I tried looking up like any of the O-Pee-Chees from the 80s, and they don't have a lot of value. These aren't in great condition either, so I mean I'll go through that, but yeah, not expecting a ton there. All right, so next up, this one is that's Mark II. It's too bad. It's a Mark Messier, but there's writing on it, so there's an X on the back. I guess somebody wasn't a Mark Messier fan. This would have been well ahead of when he was a member of the Canucks. Brent Peterson, Mark Pavlich, Rick Kehoe, Napier, Jan Ludwig, another Ron Delorme, McCowan, Kevin McCarthy, good underrated defenseman who's been in coaching forever in the NHL. Another Beaupre, Christian Liski, Smale, another Smale, Kevin Lowe. See if I can find another guy without a helmet on. Should be easy enough back in the 80s. Oh, Jim Poplinski, Calgary Flames, of course. He didn't play anywhere else, did he? I don't think he did. Retired as a Flame. Butch Goring with the famous helmet and all that. Another Marcel Dion, Melanson, Conroyd. There's a Paul Coffey. So this will be year 3, year 4 for Paul Coffey. Nyland, another Michel Dion, and a Marcel Dion. No relation, not spelled the same. All right, that's enough for now. Yeah, that's enough for now. I got a Gretzky out of there. It's not bad, and again, it was free. So I really enjoy looking through old hockey cards. It makes me feel very old indeed. And it is always fun to look through, and you know, there's another Mario Tremblay, because of course. And you want to get into epic helmets, Mario Tremblay's at that point. The evolution of helmets as they're worn by NHL players is kind of fun to look at when you're looking back through history. You can really tell that taking care of your head became more important to hockey players as they started to become more and more aware of what head injuries could do. But, you know, it's one of those things. Hockey players, you make sure you got the cup right away. Oh, yeah, we don't take any chances. Helmet, we're fine. All right, there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching, for those who did. And again, I'll go through the rest of this. This will get done before the season starts, and it'll be interesting to see if there's any other fun goodies in this box. But thank you guys so much for all your support as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.